Dear students, I am Dr. Ganesh Kumar, Department of Zoology, St. Joseph Arts and Science College, Autonomous, Kadalur. In this class, we are going to discussing about environmental science. Before going to explaining about the environmental science, so what is the definition? The word environment is derived from the French word environnement, means encircle or surround. Around the human being, whatever materials are present, whether living thing or non-living thing, that is called environment. The environmental studies mean the study of basic components of our surroundings and their interaction. So now we are going to discuss about the important resources is water. The water is very much essential not only for the organisms present in the world but also for the non-living things also. The water is very much important. We couldn't live in this world without water. The water cycle through evaporation and precipitation maintains its hydrological system, which from rivers and lakes and support in a variety of aquatic ecosystem. So the point is the water droplets come from the evaporation where the water is lagging in one places and it comes as a precipitation. Wetlands are intermediate forms between terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem and contain species of plants and animals that are highly moisture dependent. What is meant by ecosystem and what is meant by aquatic ecosystem, they are here mentioned. The ecosystem means that it has consists everything, both living thing and non-living things, and interaction about the both of them. The aquatic ecosystem, the ecosystem means living things and non-living things present in the water, whether it's pond, river, channel, canal or sea, whatever it is, that is called aquatic ecosystem. All aquatic ecosystems are used by a large number of people for the daily needs, such as drinking water, washing, cooking, watering animals and irrigating fields. The world depends on a limited quantity of fresh water. For example, the water covers 70% of the Earth's surface, but only 3% of this is fresh water. The remaining 97% of the water is present in the ocean as a salt water. We couldn't utilize that. Even in the 3% of the fresh water, the 2% of the water present in the polar ice caps in the regions of Antarctica. The remaining only 1% of the water only usable. It is present in the rivers, lakes and subsoil aquifers. Only a fraction of this can be actually used. At a global level, 70% of the water used for agriculture, about 25% of industry and only 5% of domestic use. However, this varies in different countries, depends on the industries, depends on the person, depends on the activities what they have used. One of the greatest challenges facing the world in this century is need to rethink the overall management of water resources. The world population has passed the 6 billion mark based on the proportion of young people in developing countries. This will continue to increase significantly during the next few decades. This places enormous demands on the world's limited freshwater supply. The total annual freshwater withdrawals today are estimated at 3,800 cubic kilometers. That is twice as much as just 50 years ago. The local conflicts are already spreading to states. Example, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu over the waters of the Krishna. About India, India is expected to face critical level of water stress by 2025. That has found out by our scientists. At the global level, 31 countries are already short of water. And by 2025, there will be 48 countries facing serious water shortages. The UN has estimated that by the year of 2050, 4 billion people will be seriously affected by water shortages. This will lead to multiple conflicts between countries over the sharing of water. Around 20 major cities in India face chronic or interrupted water shortages. There are 100 countries that share the waters of 13 large rivers and lakes. The upstream countries would starve the downstream nations, leading to political unstable area across the world. Then what about overutilization and pollution of surface and groundwater? With the growth of human population, there is an increasing need for larger amounts of water to fulfill a variety of basic needs. Today, in many areas, this requirement cannot be met. So, through that, the floods, drought, definitely we will face. So, what about agriculture? Water for agriculture and power generation. India's increasing demand for water for intensive irrigated agriculture, for generating electricity, and for consumption in urban and industrial centers has been made by creating large dams. Irrigated areas increased from 40 million hectares in 1900 to 100 billion hectares in 1950 and to 271 million hectares by 1998. Although the dams ensure a year-round supply of water for domestic use, provide extra water for agriculture, industry, hydropower generation, they have several serious environmental problems. They alter river flows, change nature's flood control mechanisms such as wetlands and floodplains, and destroy the lives of local peoples and the habitats of wild plants and animal species. Irrigation tools support cash crops like sugarcane producers and unequal distribution of water. A large landholders on the canals get the lion's share of water, while poor small farmers get less and seriously affected. So what is the sustainable water management? What are the steps are available for the sustainable activities? Save water campaigns are essential to make people everywhere aware of the dangers of water scarcity. A number of measures need to be taken for the better management of the world's water resources. These include measures such as building several small reservoirs instead of few mega projects, develop small catchment dams and protect wetlands, soil management, micro-catchment development and afforestation permits recharging of underground aquifers, thus reducing the need for large dams. Treating and recycling municipal wastewater for agriculture use, preventing leakages from dams and canals, preventing loss of in municipal pipes, effective rainwater harvesting in urban environment, and water conservation measures in agriculture such as using drip irrigation. So the water is very much important not only for the organisms but also for the non-living things also. The water is very much important. While utilizing the water depends on the seriousness, depends on the activity, we can reduce the impacts of the scarcity. Thank you.